Eureka! 20 big ideas are crossing boundaries and breaking through barriers. From new strides in 3D printing, did you know they can print bridges now? To emergency housing solutions and even self-repairing cars, these big ideas are taking the design world by storm. 1. Reverie Architecture and Ronald Liu and Partners reinvents a classic for the Sh Center. The plaza is an urban living room and a gateway to the arts district. The dazzling first venue in Hong Kong's ground-up West Kowloon Cultural District is attracting a new generation to the centuries-old Sh, or a Chinese opera. The centerpiece of the Sh Center by Reverie Architecture and Ronald Liu and Partners is the 1,000-seat Grand Theater. Read more too. Mad Architects conjures fresh air pavilion living garden with the help of solar energy. Life, solar energy, and nature coincide. Mad Architects collaborated with Energy, a provider of solar energy equipment, to conjure living garden, a 2,200 square foot open-sided pavilion that dismantled spatial boundaries, creating what the firm describes as an architectural landscape for en plein air, or outdoor, living. Read more. 3. A colorful home for bees by Future More keeps the hive alive. The colorful hubs are helping draw bees back to cities. Overexposure to pesticides and colony collapse disorder are just some of the dangers facing the world's honeybee population. Nick Beans, the fortuitously named co-founder of Future More, developed temples in response to these threats for the Future Mythologies Group exhibition at Dutch Design Week Eindhoven, the design collective's hometown. Read more. 4. Aesthetic creates a neon confection of a liquid nitrogen ice cream parlor. A brand that can be replicated and franchised doesn't have to be basic and plastic. Count your sprinkles, not your problems. That sage advice is writ large in neon signage at Ice Scream, the first liquid nitrogen ice cream shop to open in the Bronx, New York. The 1,300 square foot parlor by Aesthetic is a confection in and of itself. Read more. 5. Studio Any creates breathing walls for London Design Biennale. We designed an experience, not just a form. Among the 40 countries and territories that participated in London Design Biennale was Greece, its pavilion by Studio Any spanning much of Somerset House's central courtyard. Titled Any Pyakock, Disobedience, the work is derived from disobedience being a characteristic of the Greek temperament since ancient civilization, explains the studio's founder Nasha Inglissus. Read more. 6. Cactus develops a hybrid clinic and research facility for New York's Mount Sinai. It's a step toward predictive computer modeling on human health. Engaging design has only recently been extended to adult patients, perhaps most notably at Lab 100, a hybrid clinic and research facility developed by Cactus for New York's Mount Sinai and its Institute for Next Generation Healthcare. Read more. 7. Patronus by Bastien Mulla is fashion that's fit to 3D print. I found a way to print a durable, mechanical quality into textiles. New activewear brand Patronus by Bastien Mulla promises fashion for your accelerated life. But Mulla didn't just design the clothing, he also invented the technology behind it. GRDXKN, derived from grid skin, is a patent-pending process that transforms fabric, cotton, polyester, even leather, into a 3D surface. Read more. 8. Joris Larman Lab designs a 3D printed pedestrian bridge for Dutch technology startup MX3D. It proves large-scale 3D printing can be done with sustainable materials and freedom of form. Joris Larman Lab designed the sinuous pedestrian bridge for Dutch technology startup MX3D, whose mission is to equip multi-axial robots with 3D tools and develop the software to operate them. Read more. 9. Landines Plus Ray Arquitectos balances privacy with transparency for a Madrid dental clinic. We united the space through the use of color. Healthcare design typically prioritizes privacy, but at Clemente Dental, a new clinic in a Madrid office building, the client asked that the concept of transparency be given equivalent weight. Local firm Landines Plus Ray Arquitectos responded by strategically screening necessarily private areas behind lacquered MDF slats, but with gaps between the vertical louvers that speak to the desired theme. Read more. 10. ACDF Architecture partnered with Architecture 49 for a mega project in Vancouver. Our desire was to minimize the impact on nearby neighborhoods. A mega project with multiple entertainment and hospitality venues in a ground-up, gleaming structure. That's Park Vancouver in British Columbia by ACDF Architecture and Architecture 49. 6 stories high, capped with a 30,000 square foot roof garden, The contemporary structure is an urban oasis, ACDF Architecture CEO Maxime Alexis Frappier says. Under that roof are the J.W. Marriott and Douglas hotels, 8 restaurants, and a conference center, spa, and casino. Read more 11. Jesper Eriksson explores the potential of coal in graphic furniture design. Problematic, glorious, scandalous, essential, the material has many facets to it. If not us, then who? Such was the theme for Dutch Design Week Eindhoven, challenging its over 2,500 participants to conceive innovative solutions for our environmentally endangered planet. Artist and product designer Jesper Eriksson responded with Coal, Post-Fuel, his project in which he explored the potential of the much-maligned sedimentary rock. He found that the raw material is suitable for producing graphic furniture and flooring. Read more 12. Mad Workshop fosters a solution to the emergency housing crisis. It's a humane, efficient solution to emergency housing situations. Mad Workshop, a non-profit architecture and design foundation in Los Angeles focusing on social and technological innovation, has fostered a solution for the need for emergency housing. Not just in earthquake, fire, and mudslide-prone California, where this project originates, but also globally. Shelter Squared by Mad Workshop fellows Jeremy Carmen and Jason Champlain offers eating, sleeping, and lockable storage areas in a 50-square-foot enclosure that can be erected in as little as 15 minutes. Read more 13. Darren Johnston Architects transforms a 1980s office building into an art center. The project projects back to the city. Add commercial design to the mix at the Art Center in Pasadena, California. Darren Johnston Architects transformed a 1980s office building into an art center. Classrooms, studios, offices, and exhibition spaces occupy the top 5 floors. On the ground level of Art Center is the Peter and Merle Mullen Gallery, named for the avid car collectors behind the nearby Mullen Automotive Museum. Read more 14. Finance meets design at Cornell Tech's Collision Lab by WRNS Studio. Elasticity and informality are the central organizing structures. Cornell Tech officially opened in 2017 as part of the redevelopment of New York's Roosevelt Island. Investment management company 2 Sigma chose this unconventional location for its Collision Lab designed by WRNS Studio. Read more 15. EDG plans an alternate route for cars in Manhattan called Loop NYC. It would democratize access to efficient transportation and green space. Architecture and engineering firm EDG is looking to change the perception that a tech-reliant future belongs in sci-fi movies. Its Loop NYC was a 2017 plan that proposed transforming New York roadways into public parks. This year, it was included in the Road Ahead, Reimagining Mobility, an exhibition at the city's Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum that explored livable streets and the way people, goods, and services will travel in future urban environments. Read more 16. Nendo's mobile battery recaptures power at a moment's notice. We turned what's normally a disadvantage into an advantage. Nendo founder Oki Sato devised a way to recapture power at a moment's notice, even in the midst of an evacuation. Denkl is an emergency mobile battery he designed for Sugidase, a Japanese hardware and building supply source. Cleverly disguised as a desktop organizer, the compact ABS resin dock continuously charges the cylindrical battery, but if catastrophe strikes, the juiced-up component can be quickly removed and carried with you. Read more 17. LVDA makes the most of a simple material for a private Chicago high school. The project acknowledges where the neighborhood has been, and where it's going. When Lothan Van Hook de Stefano Architecture was tasked with building a 16,000-square-foot arts and athletics building for the Walcott School, the firm was restricted by the tight 1-acre site and a low budget. The result is a study in making the most of a simple material. The facility is constructed almost entirely of precast concrete that's been either polished, stained, or sealed with an anti-graffiti coating. Read more 18. Lamborghini's electric concept car heals itself with automatic repair technology. The concept physically imagines design and technology theories of tomorrow. Automobili Lamborghini's electric concept car, Terzo Millennio, has technology that enables automatic repairs, or self-healing as Lamborghini calls it. Developed in conjunction with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, The goal is to provide the vehicle with the ability to detect tests and damages derived from accidents in its carbon fiber substructure, both visible and not. Read more. 19. NBBJ puts nature into the workplace for the Amazon spheres. The spheres radically rethink the way an office can look, feel, smell, sound, and perform. The Amazon spheres, on the Seattle campus of the online retailer's headquarters, are 3 conjoined domes in low iron glass and painted steel. Designed by NBBJ, they total 70,000 square feet and function as an experimental workplace for Amazon employees. Read more. 20. X marks the